Shout out my dog Marshall. He's the one I'm missing the most.
Yeah.
Not that he's going to be listening to this. Yo, welcome back to another Be Ghetto video. Today, it's Wednesday. It's the first match of the T20. They start at 2 p.m. Right now it is 10 a.m. The rain was meant to come at 2 p.m. and it was meant to piss down. It come at 9 a.m. Luckily we did have it all covered, but like we had this one covered as well, and it was overlapping that. But I've just come in now and peeled off that cover, and water was getting under here and drenched all that. So I highly doubt that's going to be playable. I'm going to get the Sumi on it and try and soak up any water. The other pitch is under here. Oh, fuck's sake. I really hope it's not too wet under there. Okay, as you can see, I've taken off the other covers, and thank God we have a backup pitch. So the one I wanted them to use, that I've set up all the boundary rope for, is that one that's got wet. This one, apart from this little wet spot here, and maybe, that's fine. That's fine. This is the only wet spot. So I'll put a towel on that and roll over a few times. Hopefully it dries up. It's still got 4 hours till the game starts, but I think they'll just be happy to actually be able to get a game on, hopefully. Hopefully the umpires don't say outfield's too wet or those spots are too wet, but as long as there's no more rain, we should be sweet. I've just checked the radar. It says there is no more rain, okay? So you've heard it here. It shows there is no more rain on the radar. It says there's no more rain for the rest of the day. Maybe a tiny bit at 2 o'clock, but not a big heap again. So I'm going to take all the covers off because I need to let it dry out and air out. And hopefully we get a game on. Hopefully. Lo and behold, I have found my saviour. Found this beast of a blower lying around in one of the old sheds. Wasn't sure if it would work, but I've started it. It goes, it blows out pretty hot air from what I felt anyway. So I'm just going to perch it on this, dry this bit up because this is on the pitch. So I want that dried first, and then I'm going to go leave it over in that area there. And as long as we don't get any rain, they'll play. Well, it did work until I tried to fucking start it again and snap this. Because everything's just so old. I'm going to have to try and take this off. Fuck! Well, I couldn't get that off because we don't have the right size. But I managed to get the string and fucking tie it, and then it snapped again. It took me forever to get that thing started. I think as soon as this week's over, we need to take a bunch of stuff to get serviced and make sure they're all in working order, so I'm not rushing around for an hour before like a match is on, to try and get things done properly. It is now 12:08 p.m. The game starts in an hour and 50 minutes. This pitch is fine to use. I've got the blower over here drying out that, so that'll be fine. I'll keep these covers out here just in case, because there is a small spike of rain just before 2 o'clock when play's meant to start. But overall, the sun's been out, it's pretty humid. Nothing worse in cricket when things don't go right. Like, because no one else understands it. They're like, oh, but the cover's wrong, so it shouldn't be water. It's like, yeah, well, I can't control the weather. I can't control how much rain we've had. I can't control the 30-minute heavy downpour. So it's just so annoying. And then, like, obviously we covered it the best we could, and water still managed to get under in between the seams because we don't have like covers that cover the entire square in one tarp. So that's the risk of having 3 different tarps to cover. There's going to be seams where it overlaps and water can get under it. Anyway, now all I have to do, I mean, game starts at 2, so I'll probably leave this out here until probably 20 past 1. Maybe 1 o'clock I'll get a roll on and then take the roller off just in case it does rain again, and then we can easily get the covers on to cover up this. I really hope it doesn't rain. I hope they can get through the game with no rain delays so we can just get in and out. Alright, I've finished rolling the pitch and marking out the creases. There is a small little blip of rain on the radar, so we're going to get the covers back on now and then hopefully start on time.
I wasn't.
Okay, Papua New Guinea have won the toss and have elected to bowl. It's a pretty bad day, overcast, light, misty rain around pretty much all day. So hopefully they just play through any sort of light rain and then get through the whole game. And then tomorrow, no rain.
Oh, that's a loose ball though. That's a nice shot. It's a bit of a freebie. Again, a little bit short, and only a little bit, but that's probably shot of the inning so far. First ball for Thomas is absolutely crunched. Oh, the reverse Malachi. Well, Iris Willings on a bit of a heater here. What a shot. Didn't know she had that in the repertoire. First time I've seen Iris Willing play a reverse sweep in a year and a half and got it right out the middle. Shorter delivery, pulled away and straight to the fielder. Well, there's the breakthrough. They needed a little bit of luck. Malcolm Ball got cramped for room there. It does take a lot of hands to look after this magnificent ground. Blake is the head groundsman and curator from Australia. I'm sure he knows what's what. And I did have a sneaky look at the forecast.
Unfortunately, we've had a rain delay. Not ideal, because once they come off due to rain, they can't come back on unless it completely stops. And the radar shows it's going to be light rain for at least another hour or so. Netherlands girls are 1 for 66 off 8, so they're doing a really good job, and now it might end up being a washout. All right, due to rain, the match has been cancelled, unfortunately, because once it starts, you can't get back on until it stops, and it's only just drizzling lightly. You could easily play through this, but the fact that they came off meant that they can't go back on until it stops. And it's not going to stop for a couple of hours, so unfortunately, that is it for today's match.
I assume they must be having a part.
Yo, Thursday morning, as you saw, yesterday's game got rained off after like 8 overs, and if you know anything about cricket, you know that once you come off the field, like you can play through some rain, but once you come off, you cannot go back on while there is any rain happening at the time. So the rain has to completely stop for you to get back on. And unfortunately, the rain that there was, they probably could have played through later on. Like if the rule wasn't there, you could get back on and play, but it was just light, trickly rain that stopped play. So the match got called off. And then we ended up going out for some dinner and drinks for Eli's birthday last night. And then I stayed in like midnight. They left and got home like 4 a.m. or something. I don't actually know what time they got home, but yeah, that was all right. So I'm at work now, and the day is a good day today. There's no rain, so we'll get all of these covers off. Hopefully the pitch is fine and we can get a full game in. Scotland taking on Papua New Guinea today in a T20. Got all the covers off. Here's a look at the pitch that they will be using today. Probably going to give it a mow just to clean up any sort of leftover shit on it, like that sort of stuff. But it's still rock hard, so it'll still play fine. There's no wet spots on it, which are perfect. And this pitch, given that this one didn't really have a game on it yesterday, I might just use this tomorrow as well and just keep this one for the next first 11 game, and that one can sort of have a break, and then I'll probably go back to that one if we have a home final here, because it's not that damaged and it's a good wicket and it's kind of centered in the wicket table. And I don't think I said anything in the start of this video, but comment down below if you're enjoying this channel. This is the amount of subscribers we're at. We're probably on a little bit more than this now because there's still 2 videos coming out before this one, so this could be off. But if we are not at 10,000 subscribers yet, we must be close, so let's try to get there. In the comments, just comment anything you want. It does help the algorithm. I like seeing the comments, I like responding to the comments. I try to reply to every single comment that there is on my YouTube. Big Ghetto Banger suggestions, chuck them in. I do read them all. I can only pick a couple. And usually when I'm in the buggy, I'll put my GoPro there and I can have both my hands free for the Big Ghetto Bangers. I can listen to the song here and it's easier to actually sing it. But my GoPro, if you saw my previous video, my game day vlog, you know that my GoPro got hit with a cricket ball when I was batting, and it snapped the 2 little feet on the GoPro that the the screw goes through. So I got through the game, but as soon as I took it off, they just fell off. So I need to get that replaced, hopefully this Saturday before cricket on Sunday, so I can do another game day vlog. But if there is no other game day vlog, it's because I couldn't find the right parts to replace it, and I've had to order it online. But there is a big ghetto banger suggestion on one of my previous videos that I've seen from the Sneakerhead 1019, I believe. And it was Bring Me Back to Life. I think it was like Back to Life by Evanescence. So absolute tune, fantastic song, banger, nostalgic. It's got to be in here. Wake me up, and I can't wake up. Wake me up and save me, call my name and save me from the dark. Now that was a straight a cappella because I didn't have the song playing here, so I had to kind of try and remember the tune and the way Evanescence sings it. And I also did my own backup vocals there too, if you didn't notice. W's in the shit. Anyway, let's get back to it. Taken down the practice nets and I've given them a cut. This is the one they've been using, so I'm going to repair that one and the other one over there today during the match after these dry out a little bit. And then the two new strips will be this one and the one next to that down there. Okay, the wicket is done. The toss is about to be had. Let's go. Scotland win the toss and have elected to bat.
Full, straight and gone. Hit back and what a catch. Well, it actually sticks in the right paw. Another reverse. This is a tight single. Direct hit, big appeal, and it's out. That one is laced and it is caught. Oh, well bowled. Gets it in there. Vicky showing her prowess. That's a big appeal and gone. This is seriously good bowling from the left arm seamer, Vicky. Well, that's high in the air. Will they catch it? Yes, it is caught. So they do hold on to one right at the back end. That will make them feel pretty confident.
End of the first innings, Scotland finished 7 down for 117. Probably a little bit less than they would have liked, but we'll see how PNG go.
Ball one in the run chase. Big appeal, slightly high, but it's been given. Well, there you go, 1 from 1. A bit of an appeal, and oh, it's given. Well, that looked a little bit high, but it's been given in the end. That one's clipped really nicely around the corner. The outfield is quick, but they should get back for 2, maybe 3 if they're quick enough. Well, they could go here, and it's brilliant, aggressive running, but it is also going to be out. Well, I thought it was on, but it just wasn't in the end. And down the leg side. Oh, and it's been given. Oh boy, not happy, Siaka. There was a sound, but what was it? Was it pad? Was it glove? As I will introduce our, well, guest commentator, head curator. Apologies, I don't know your last name. Blake?
Andrew Gatto.
Andrew Gatto, hello mate, how are you? And welcome to the Little Commentary Cube.
I'm doing well, thanks mate, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. And while you're here, we'll try and pick your brains a little bit about your time in the Netherlands, because tell a few of the viewers, you've only just sort of moved over and started taking over all the grounds over here at VRA?
Yep, so I've arrived 7 weeks ago today actually, so I've been here 7 weeks. It's actually gone quite quick. I think the initial first week or 2 weeks went quite slow with the weather being as bad as it was on arrival. I was expecting a little bit better given it's summer, but I didn't do a whole lot of research before I came over here, so wasn't quite sure. But no, it's been good so far. Very busy the last couple of weeks organising all the matches for the women out here throughout the series.
Can imagine. The first few weeks were probably tough for you. We had a lot of unseasonal rain during this summer in the Netherlands, as Darcy Carter looks like she's preparing to come into the attack. And I like this change, right arm off spin, bowling to the left-handed Tayu. Her first delivery of her spell. I think she'll bowl a couple here. It's actually quite well played. It's going to beat short third. That won't go for 4. They'll think about 3. Now, last time they went for a 3, there was a run out. This time, they'll get them. Great running from PNG.
Very good running.
Very good. So, yeah, tell us a little bit, Blake, about the wickets. And obviously, a lot of work goes into it, doesn't it? And to prepare, we've had a fair few games up here and one more tomorrow.
Yeah. So typically the prep for just like one wicket, I always go on like a 10-day prep. But I know a lot of people in the UK and Europe work on like a 2-week prep over here. So it's just a little bit of an adjusting period for me, changing sort of. Well, actually, the first wicket I prepared, I followed the 2-week prep, and then I realised that with good weather I can just stick to my 10-day process, and it seemed to work well. Get a nice consistent bounce throughout the games played here, I believe.
As that one's going to race through the keeper, Watson, and they should get back for 2. I think, just watching the umpire here, I think this might be called byes. Didn't see anything on it myself, and it will be called byes.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just me here at the moment working by myself, and I get help from a couple of the players, a couple of the guys that I also live with, so it's good having them on hand when I need covering.
Paul is just respectfully played. Yeah, so you've got a bit of support from some of the VRA staff and all that. And they've put you up, are you living locally as well? Little bike ride down to the ground?
Yeah, it's about a 8-minute bike ride on my e-bike. So I've fully dove into the Dutch culture.
You're on the
bike.
You're on the e-bike, are you?
I'm on the e-bike.
Didn't know you were 65 years plus. As that one pushed beautifully into the offside bit at yes, no, maybe. Well, yeah, usually the e-bikes are reserved for the people that don't move so quickly, Blake.
No, I had the old school bike for the first couple of weeks, but riding slowly in the rain got a little bit annoying, so just decided to fork out for an e-bike while I'm over here.
Fair enough.
Make life easier.
I might have to move on to curator wages if that's what you're able to do. Last ball from Carter's over, and it's likely stumped. It is stumped. Lovely keeping from Watson, as it is the dismissal of Frank. Frank, look, to be honest, I don't mean this in a bad way. Dismissed for 2 off 18. I sort of feel like that actually might be a blessing in disguise for PNG, as they're going to call for a drink, and that gives us an opportunity to talk a little bit more. Yeah, so obviously you've come over, you've been putting a lot of time into the wickets, but how are you finding fitting into the sort of the Dutch life and the cricket sort of scene over here? Because it's very different from Australia.
It is quite different. I feel like, I mean, I've been embraced well enough that like the boys are taking me under their wing. Everyone's very social here as well, hanging out with the players, hanging out with the staff here. They're like, the communication's good between myself and them, so everything's going pretty smoothly for me, and I'm enjoying my time here as well. Yeah, I mean, when you look at it, we're already 2/3 of the way through my stint here. There's only like a month left before the end of the season, so it's gone quite fast.
That's one thing that happens in there is the summer is jam-packed, basically, from middle of April to middle of September. Men's, women's, under-19s, domestic, all gets fit in a 5-month window because a lot of the fields by September 15 are football fields again and hockey fields, so yeah, it is jam-packed. Look, while we've got this opportunity, tell us a little bit about your vlog, because you've made me wake up with about 10 extra enemies this morning. I was getting us the keyboard warrior this morning, taking a few people down.
Yeah, so I actually saw the clip last night, late last night. I was like, oh, because someone commented saying to go look at that clip. They said there's a surprise there for from the commentator, and I thought, oh, I'll go have a look. I thought it was going to be something nice, because you have been saying nice things about me throughout the streams over the last week.
Only the ones you can hear, Blake.
Yeah, I haven't gone through the entire 9 hours per day, so I haven't listened to all of them. But I thought it was funny, so I clipped it as a joke, thinking I didn't think it was going to get the reaction it would get. And yeah, I also woke up to see a few comments on there, and people were telling me I shouldn't take that and to get stuck into you, but I don't think they realised the nature behind it was just a bit of joking banter. Yeah,
a few people this morning decided to, if you don't know, you can follow your YouTube, is it?
Yeah, Bghetto Vlogs on YouTube.
How do you spell that quickly for the viewers that don't know Ghetto?
BGHETTO, and then Vlogs, that's on YouTube, and then Bghetto, just search Bghetto anywhere on Instagram or TikTok and you'll see short clips on everything.
Look at that for a free plug. We've been getting about 75,000 clicks a day, so you've probably just got 75,000 more followers. And
mate, give me the 10k.
Well,
I'm only 100 away, so get onto it.
Well, there you go. Only 100 away from hitting the mysterious 5 numbers as we get back to the action. Maksud, the skipper, comes into the attack. That one is pulled away quite nicely. Big shouts at 2. Now, could be on, but Scotland have been pretty good in the field. And yeah, if you do want to get around Blake, do follow his vlogs. They can take you on a bit of an emotional roller coaster, but I tell you what, I'm there for it. It's sort of become a bit of a 6 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. show at our house, like neighbours almost.
Yeah, I've been consistent over here. Every Wednesday and every Sunday, posting the 20 to 30 minute vlogs, 3-day sort of clumps of each video.
Maksud is an absolute jaffer. Completely bamboozles the batter. It's an edge, and well, here comes that running between the wickets. Last time they got a 3. The time before it was run out. This time they'll settle for 2. Yeah, oh, look, I've got a query for you about your vlogs and your thing. How come there isn't a free giveaway of a shirt for a viewer or anything like that? I feel like it's take. When do we get to win something?
I did actually state in one of the videos, if you're a true fan, you would know this. I said once we get to 10K, I will do a giveaway.
Interesting. What are you giving away?
I'm hoping to get the Dutch team to sign a Netherlands kit shirt, and ideally maybe 2 of them, maybe one for myself to take home and frame up.
So it's like some self-reward as well, not just for the viewers.
Just a little souvenir for myself, and then I'd like to give one away to one of the lucky subscribers.
Well, there you go. Subscribe if you can, as that is pushed pretty nicely through backward square. Darcy Carter's going to do the mopping up as PNG still fighting hard out here. A little bit more on the cricket. How much have you enjoyed sort of producing wickets for your first international series and watching the women play? There's been some really good talent, hasn't there?
Yeah, it's been good. A lot of close matches, which I kind of wasn't expecting early on, but the first few games with the ODIs were very close. I think both wins by the Dutch team were down to the wire. Especially that one against, was it Scotland, I believe? The one where there was 1 wicket and...
Yeah, Scotland and, Netherlands won by 1 wicket versus PNG, and they also won by 3 wickets versus Scotland to start, and then the final game of the 50 overs was also pretty tight until Scotland pulled away late.
Yeah. They've been quite exciting matches.
Well,
and a good bit of talent, good bit of talent on view as well.
Yeah, I think so. I think obviously the women's game growing so fast around the world as another over is complete, and 61 for 5. PNG just won't go away in this game. The skipper is still out there. And yeah, so what does this sort of mean? As we'll probably wrap you up after this. So for your future, you're looking to come back to the Netherlands, or is it just a little bit of a taste? I'll put you on the spot a little bit because I'm sure everyone will listen back to this.
So once season ends, I'll finish up with the square renovations and fixing the illustrious drain lines on either end of the square. And then I'll probably travel for a little bit, head back to Australia, and I think by December I need to make a decision on whether I come back here for next season. I do like the opportunity of being here for a full season and building that camaraderie with the guys in the club as well while I've been over here, so continue to build that relationship.
Yeah, so you can sort of sink your teeth in a little bit more as well if you're here for a full season, obviously.
Yeah, really take control of it for my own.
As we do get back to the action, dot ball, and in your time back in Australia, do you head straight back into the same work or something a little bit different?
No, it'll be pretty similar work. So I'll go back and most likely be working for a company called Grass Up, which look after a lot of premier cricket grounds.
Oh, another plug! I'm sure they'll be listening.
Yeah, shout out Grass Up.
Slight appeal, more a pleasant question, if anything. Yeah, so go back and then you fall into the Grass Up company and...
Yeah, I might have a couple of weeks off just to get back into it and catch up with friends and family when I arrive. And then...
pushed it just into the offside for a single.
And then, I'll probably jump straight back into it as well. I just got one of my best mates is starting work with Grass Up this Monday coming, so it'll be good to work with him again after having him as an apprentice a few years ago. So that'll be nice to have a close friend in a similar sort of role to myself.
Always makes the work days go a little bit quicker.
Many hands make light work.
Yeah, I've had to do this on my own. I've only been able to talk to Sebastian in the background. That's why these days have been going so long. So it's Bastian, our director, in the background, giving me a big smile and a wave. Good over this from Darcy Carter, who has been so good with bat, ball and in the field. 1 run ticked around the corner. So just before we say goodbye, 2 balls left, 1 ball left. And so anyone you want to give a quick shout out to and a quick hello to, I'll give you the platform for 1 ball.
I mean, shout out mum and dad, I guess. And
Hello, mum and dad.
shout out my dog Marshall. He's the one I'm missing the most.
Yeah.
Not that he's going to be listening to this.
Sorry, mum and dad, if you are listening. Dog wins. Anyone else you want to say a quick hello?
Shout out to Corey.
I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Pleasure having you in here, mate, and all the best for the rest of the summer.
Thank you, mate.
And it's now bowled. Well, Bell just goes full and straight, but you know what? I sometimes think this might be a blessing in disguise for PNG. It gives someone else an opportunity. Set, match, low full toss, chip straight to mid-wicket. Now, looks like a little edge has gone through. Easy catch for Watson. And Abel takes her second wicket of the game. Just slower ball, and that's going to be caught. Nice easy catch, and that's going to be another wicket for Chloe Abel. I like the back of the hand delivery. Definitely something she should use more. It's a clever sort of slower ball, and, well, going to be on a hat-trick, bowling to the number 11.
PNG are 9 for 98, and Chloe Abel is on a hat-trick. Last ball of the over, bowling to the 11th batsman. Avoids going out on the hat-trick ball, but 1 over to go, and they need 14 runs to win. PNG just not really looking like they're going to be hitting many boundary balls here. Make me eat my words. Bang. And that's dropped, caught and bowled, but a good chance, and that's probably only going to give up the single. They are going for a run, and it will be a run out. And that is out, and that's how you finish a game. Scotland win by 11 runs. Square is completely covered for tomorrow's match. There's meant to be a little bit of rain early in the morning and then clear, so hopefully we get a game on. See you tomorrow. Well, I am back. It's Friday morning and it is a horrible day. Brother,
what's that?
It is currently 9:50 a.m. It's been raining quite consistently since about 6 a.m. It was pretty heavy early on. Now it's just a bit of light rain. It's meant to stop in about half an hour, so I will get the covers off when it stops, and hopefully, inshallah, there is no water on the pitch. The only issue is, I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but the wicket obviously sits lower than the rest of the table. Like the pitch itself sits lower, so water always kind of finds a way to sit down in the pitch. This is the pitch right there, that chunk right there. So water sits a little bit lower in that. Hoping we do have the covers overlapping about 1.5 meters. So hopefully no water has got under. It's not windy, so no wind has sort of blown it up and water's got under. And I know this video is quite long. That's because I'm trying to squeeze in 3 matches with all of the highlights in here as well. But hopefully you guys are still watching and still enjoying this. Anyway, I'll get the covers off with a snap of a fingers when the rain stops. All right. Covers are off. Everything's dry enough as it is. A couple of wet spots on the far pitch, but I'll get the blower on that and we should have a game. Okay, got another Be Ghetto Banger suggestion by Matt Stalicki. I hope I said that right. Feel Good Inc. by Gorillaz. Now, I can't listen to the song and sing it because usually I use the GoPro. GoPro's still broken, getting it fixed tomorrow, hopefully. So, I mean, I'll just sing a tiny little bit that I remember and then that'll do. Windmill, windmill for the land, turn forever hand in hand. That's all I remember from the song, but I do know there's a couple of crazy bars in there. I used to listen to that song all the time, but I haven't heard it in a long time, so I'm glad you've suggested it, and I'm glad now it is in the Be Ghetto Bangers playlist for all of you to enjoy. Yeah, you want some lasagna? Just got some light misty rain at the moment, an hour before play starts. Should still start on time. Got the blower just blowing down and drying out that wet spot that was there earlier. That'll be fine as well. Game is about to start, starting on time, thank God. Let's get straight into some Frog Box highlights.
Happen as well. The very next deliveries hit deep, hit long, and it's going to go straight to Eva Lynch. Lovely little catch. DeLunga's been threatening. She picks up the first wicket in this T20 iron. Oh, and I think this time that is stumped well. Just said, when you're in form, keep bowling. Moons ago. As AVB comes in and a little inside edge onto the stumps. Look, the spin's been working, patient. AVB's been a bit of a mess. Well, slog sweep this time. It's going to land in a big pocket of space, and I actually think that might have gone the journey as well. Oh my word, that has been absolutely bombed. That's actually cleared the boundary rope a long way, and that is 50. What an innings. What a way to bring up a T20I 50, a slog sweep, about 80 metres. Marvellous innings.
But that's what to keep it down to just 2. On that, it's going to be another wicket.
All right, just finished up with the mid-innings clean-up and the rolling and repainting. Scotland finished, I think 5 or 6 down for 145 off 20 overs. Darcy Carter, absolute superstar, coming in number 5 and smacking a few 4s and 6s and finishing with 54 not out, I believe.
2 overs. There's a quicker delivery through the gate. It just wasn't Iris Willings' day with Realm. And there's the wicket. And you sort of feel a little bit for Rabin, right? Because as you mentioned, you made a very good point. If you don't get ahead of the rate early, players have to come in. Well, big appeal, and the umpire takes a long, hard look at it, but that Malcolm Bork comes down the ground and tries to force the issue. Simple catch in the end, and Shake has 4 fourths. Oh. And bowled. So, bit of a metronome. That one's hit in the air, and it's going to be caught. Well, she tried. Fussell takes the catch. Chloe Abel chimes in with the wicket.
It's one thing having a plan, but
Wow.
another thing executing. Oh, what a grab that is. Faintest of outside edges, and that was flying away, and she just stuck up that right mid.
Final ball of the innings, Netherlands 8 for 118, chasing 145, so not going to get the job done unfortunately, but this is the last ball and she has been bowled, and that is the end of these international series.
Our ground staff have been excellent, providing very lovely wickets to play on, so thanks to the ground staff. Today we have 2 prizes to give away. First of all, the player of the match, for her excellent bowling today with 4 wickets, Naima Sheikh for Scotland, winning the series, the T20I series 2-0, obviously winning against PNG yesterday and today with Netherlands as well. So can I invite the captain of the team
I actually think I'm going to be weird and just sort of take in this moment and just sit out here on the pitch for a little bit, just sort of take it all in and realise the accomplishments that I've achieved over here so far. So a little bit of sentimental value here, just sort of really take it in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this series of preparing and the games of the international ODIs and the T20s. Yeah, I mean, now it's just time for me to reflect on everything that I've accomplished here and what I've achieved, I guess. And I think everyone enjoyed playing out here. Got a lot of compliments on the wickets and everything. So hopefully it's all true. Everything went well. I think everything went well. Obviously had the one game that got washed out after 8 overs, but can't control the weather, unfortunately. I wish I could, but cannot. I know it's a long video. If you're still watching, thank you, and continue watching these videos because there is going to be more every Wednesday, every Sunday. Thanks for watching. Brett. Right. Ended up stuck in at the rooms for a little bit with the national team, having a couple of drinks with the gals and some of the staff that were still there. She had that come on for hooking me up with this pizza. I did not pay for the pizza, but I did end up with a full pizza to myself. So I'm pretty happy with that. Riding home now. This is an outtake. There's a little bit of a blooper after the outro. So if you're still watching this video, you are a real one because you are watching after the outro. The end credits have already rolled and you are still watching. So I appreciate you. I'm riding home. I've got to avoid not stacking, so I'm going to go no hands for about 2 seconds right now. I can't really tell where I'm at because the flash is in my face, but no hands. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching.